Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Rewind that. It's your girl, Miss K. If this is your first time coming across my channel, welcome. Please be sure to subscribe if you like the vibe and hit that notification bell so you know when I upload more videos like this one. Tonight, guys, I am on location. So, of course, this is not what you're familiar to. I hope you can hear me good because I don't have my equipment or anything like that. But we're still here to talk one more time about raising Kanan. I know on Friday night I said that was going to be the last video, but then an idea popped in my head, and here we go. Okie dokie. All right, good. J Mac, what's up? He said, I sound good. Michelle Wadler, AG, what's up? I got DeMarcus Vaughn in the building. Stacy Lynn, Queen. Hi, guys. All right. Okay, Ma, love you. See ya. All right. So, yeah, I'm at my parents' house because, my mom and my sister, they ain't want me to leave. So, I'm using my mom's computer. Okay, guys. All right, guys. Top unanswered questions. About to get my girls up in here. All right. First up, she bees in the chat. Pretty girl loves chat. How are you?
Hey, how are you?
Good.
Good. Sorry, I was just, Sunday dinner. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what my mom just went to go get some dinner. Okay.
Okay.
Ordered out and all that good stuff. What's up, Kevin Roberts? Okay. Mooch, please let me know if you are ready. I don't see you on camera, and your thing is muted, so I don't even know if you're back there, my dear. All right. So what we're gonna do, PG. Some folks have, they wanted to weigh in, okay, and they had their own questions. So just like you have your questions, I have my questions. Moochie has hers. I went pretty lightweight. I loved where you and Moochie went with it because, to be honest, I just had so much things on my plate, and I was like, I know there's more questions. There's stuff that I was thinking about, like the things that you came up with. I was like, yes. I asked that question to myself, and I was just like, but I couldn't bring myself. That's why I need the team. See, you got to bring it together. Yeah, because I was like, I'm a little busy this weekend. I ain't got time. So we're going to get some help from the folks in the chat, and we're going to all come together with the questions, okay?
Okay.
So what we're going to do is we're going to do our first question of the night. And this one comes from me, like I said, very regular. What happened to Paul? I mean,
I think the issue is, sorry, was you about to talk?
No, go ahead. Yeah.
The problem is we don't know what Ronnie is telling these people to disappear. I'm just saying. He's probably at CVS buying some Depends or something. I don't know. He wet himself last time. So
right.
He got a bladder issue. He still tended to.
And that was another thing. Like he he seemed like he might have been might have been a little snitch or something. And we kind of thought that was going to be the issue, but it didn't happen. There were a few things that we thought was going to go down and play into the story, and it just didn't happen. Yeah. So maybe they're saving it for next season.
Possibly. It's just the question is, did Ronnie scare him enough to back off and maybe change professions, or is he going to be still, salty, So that's the thing. But maybe he can get his business back because Kanan is out of business. So maybe Paul can possibly redeem himself if he finds out Ronnie is gone and Kanan maybe, so we don't know the situation with Kanan. That's the thing, because he doesn't have that. So there's a lot of questions. So that's a good question about Paul.
Yeah. Thank you. All right, we're gonna bring in the hammer. Okay. Moochie. What's up, girl? How you doing?
I'm okay.
How you feel about this Paul situation? What do you think happened to him? They just kind of left us unread with that one.
Paul from down the hall and peed his pants and moved out.
Right.
Yeah. Peed his pants and moved out.
Yeah, moved on. Okay. Now, what's up, Big Wolf Status and Big Smooth? Okay. So the next question is, and this question comes from Moochie. Will Rock use Lulu in her business again? Okay. Pretty girl, what do you think?
I would like to say no. I would like to say no, because I do feel like Lulu has finally realized that the age on his driver license says grown. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like he's, coming to his own. He realized that he can be independent. The problem is, I feel like a lot of men, especially in Lulu's position, they feel like they don't have any other skills. You know what I'm saying? In terms of the general workforce. We had the label. We don't really know what's going on with that. So it just depends on Lulu. The ball, I think, will be more on his court, more than Rock. But that's a good question. I would like to say no, but he may like, all right, Rock, you got an admin position that I can.
Yeah. Very true. I mean, we kind of saw Rock come to an understanding with her brother, showing that she does really love him at the end of the day. And she confessed that she was just worried about losing him. So I'm almost thinking that she would respect if he doesn't want to ever work for her again. But see, the thing is, here's the thing. If something happens with Marvin, and I'm not saying dead, I'm saying if something happens to him where he got to run out of town or the only people that she really trusts are her brothers. She's going to come calling again. That's what I think. And she's going to come with the whole, I need you, Lou. I need you. Just how she did with Marvin when she X'd him out in the first season and then man down with Lulu. So now she's like, I want you back, Marvin. I want you back.
Yeah, the only thing that makes me feel a little different because all that we went through with Lulu, we didn't necessarily, in the early days, we didn't see Marvin was problematic. But the fact that, Lulu was out there snitching to the whole world, thank God social media wasn't around because he would have been on TikTok, like story time, picture it, Queens.
Right.
I would like to think we're going to go somewhere else with Lulu, but it's hard to say. So you guys may be spot on. I'm just hoping a little better out of Rock.
Yeah. Mooch, you want to weigh in on your question here, my dear?
I feel like she's always going to need him. So she might call him for some things, but I don't think she'll call him to take do anybody that she's reliable. She's probably is. She's that selfish where she'll call him and try to see if he'll do it.
Yeah.
I don't think if it's about her business, then she doesn't care like that. She say she do, but the overall aspect of it, she cares more about her business. She cares about her family and stuff like that. But if this comes to like she's got to take somebody down because they have a threat coming to them, she is gonna go to him if she can't go to Marvin.
Yeah,
I agree with you on that.
Yeah, I mean, and to her credit, I'm not trying to say that she's gonna do it in a way that's like, I need you because it's all about my business. I think she'll play on the fact, their family, not to say, and I don't really want to say play on it, but it's more like, I need you to have my back. You know what I mean? So please help a sister out. I need you. The wolves are closing in, brother. So we'll see what happens,
Yeah. If she even makes good, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
If she makes good on her situation with Stefano and still keep the, the strip mall and, the record label, maybe he can just pretty much keep that legitimate and still, bring in money the legal way and Rock just get her cut or she just pay him for managing, those businesses. I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, just all the business side of things, right? Yeah. I mean, like the legit business.
Yeah, the clean stuff.
Yeah, I would like if she did that.
Yeah,
like just respect the fact that he don't want to be.
Yeah,
I would like if she did that too, just out of respect. But you know how Rock is.
So while we're on Lulu, the people have spoken, and my girl Rita B, she went hort. I asked the people to have some questions. My girl had 10 questions in one comment, and then she had an extra one, okay? So since we can't do all of them, I highlighted some of them that I thought that was pretty good. They were all good questions. But she said after the no for Lulu, she said, will Lou overcome his illness? What will trigger his recovery? So I'm gonna start with you, Moochie. Do you think he's gonna overcome this illness, this alcoholism, and what will trigger him to be on the road to recovery? I mean, I think we saw the trigger kind of, but I don't know. It's still a good question.
Well, we seen him get back into gear when the FBI guy came there to question him. Where he know that he still got to move the way he has to move. So he knows. That's when he told his therapist also, I realized that my life is my life. It was something to that effect. So
yeah. Because I was gonna say the thing I think that probably triggered his recovery. That would trigger his recovery is the fact that that closure conversation with Rock, but at the same time he tried to delete himself after that. So it was almost like he just wanted to make peace with all of that, and then okay, I'm out of here. So now we really do have to try to guess what would be the motivation. What you think, pretty girl?
Yeah, I feel like we would have to bring in some new element that will give Lulu purpose. Like him and Marvin had a conversation at the bar, and Lulu expressed, I don't really know how it feels to be a parent. I don't, kudos to you to, in regards to, making amends with, your daughter. So I do feel like we need, I don't know if it's a baby element or maybe, mentoring other kids or, something, but I just think he needs some sort of purpose. And he needs more time in a facility. Like, I feel like he needs to be there for a minute.
Yeah, that's good. I know a lot of people. So you saying that, with the only person that I could think of is Jessica, who could possibly come back with a baby. You know what I mean? She's the only person I could think of with her return. That would be pretty dramatic. And also we saw that there was a record exec who was interested in Famous's music, but now we see Famous got freaking roped up. But what if he finds out that Famous is, locked up, and he visits him or he calls him or whatever, and then Famous tells him about it, or he don't even have to talk to Famous. He can, what's the name, could find out about, I don't know. I'm just kind of rambling, but some way, somehow, what's her name? What's the lady's name again? I forgot her name already. The white lady.
Shirley.
She can, get a hold of him some way, somehow, or maybe he'll call one day while he's, just thinking about his music, and then she'll say, hey, there was a guy here, I got somebody, da-da-da. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There would be a motivation right there.
Yeah, because Famous is an artist, and being a producer, that means you could possibly work with other artists. So maybe he can bring Lulu on as a, as a producer or A&R or something, because he was finding talent. So he definitely has a knack for the business.
Absolute. Absolute. I meant to say absolute.
Well, if he gets that call, that could also give Jukebox her next shot too. So if he gets involved with that and her music, and who knows, Famous, we might see him next season where him and Jukebox is doing music together through him.
But ain't she going to the military? You don't think so?
And she probably don't trust him anymore because he kind of failed her when it came to the audition.
And that's going to be one of his 12 steps. You know how when they come back and
you got to make amends with somebody?
Yeah, well, you got to do all of that. They're going to show his recovery. So I believe we're going to see that.
Okay. I like that one too, baby.
I feel like I'm losing my voice, y'all.
It's all right. It's all right. Sound good so far, baby. Sound good so far. Yeah.
It's giving girl 6, so you good.
Huh?
It's giving girl 6, so she's good for now.
Okay, let's get into this next one. Okay, I mean, I just gotta. This is from me once again. Was Ronnie gay or what? I mean, come on. I know that this is something that I talked about. This is something that I talked about on Friday, but it's like they had too many hints like going our way. I mean, first we saw how he acted in the club, then we saw how he acted with Juliana, and then we heard people talking about how this man
ain't been with no other woman.
Yes. Like being surprised that he had a woman. You mean to tell me y'all did all of that and we can't get no answers, no confirmations? We were supposed to be private eye detectives with this one? That's insane. Go ahead, pretty girl.
Miss K, is there a term for someone, and I'm familiar with asexual because I've called them that before, but is there a term for someone who just never went to third base and they're grown? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's if he's not gay, I don't know. It's just they insinuated so many times, and for them to really seem like they closed the chapter, I don't know. It just makes me upset with the purpose, the writing. Like, where are we going?
Well, we already know he's socially awkward.
Yeah.
So they're chalking that up to maybe he doesn't know how to approach girls, but I feel like they was giving too many hints. And that last subliminal hit with the Honey Nut Cheerios and how crazy he was going over those, I'm just saying, I think it paid off to something else. So that's how I feel about that. So
40-year-old virgin for real.
Yeah, it just, I mean, come on, he's just, I don't care how socially awkward you are. Like, look at where Juliana's hand is. You put your hand there on a man, little Johnny can't help himself. You know what I'm saying? He gonna move.
Johnny don't got no feelings for the lady.
Right. So it has to be that you could be socially awkward all the heck you want, child. Johnny ain't shy when it comes to when you rub and tangle on a certain send some tingling in certain areas. Johnny gonna wake up.
So is Jimmy. I said so is Jimmy.
This picture is
so
special.
Stop. What'd you say?
No, this picture is interesting. I would think this should have been like Kanan and what's the cougar name? I forgot her name. But that's a situation where you got somebody more experienced and he's just sitting there, just probably his toes is probably all clenched up, like he just looks so. He's like,
you talking about Palomar, right?
Yes, Palomar. Yeah, exactly. Thank you. But it's just I don't know. I have no.
It's just awkward. And then you have people that they don't want to accept it because they were fans. And it's like, that's kind of like you want to pick and choose or have a Build-A-Bear type of gangster, but sometimes gangsters are gay. Like you over here, they sitting here talking and talking speaking highly of DEF CON, and he was gay.
Exactly.
So why can't Ronnie be gay?
Yeah.
That's what I don't get. I mean, but you know why? Because they rooted for him so much, they can't even imagine that. So they're like, "Oh no, he wasn't. No, he wasn't." Yes, he was. Let me see what
the way he was talking about DEF CON and giving him all of them compliments. Okay,
and the way he hates Rock. I mean, that's another question that some people had. Like, why does he hate Rock so much?
Because that was DEF CON's beard.
Right. Why did he hate Rock so much? If that's the case, why did he hate Rock? I'm trying to find some other question that has to do with him, but I just wanted to give credit to whoever said it. Somebody was also asking, did he have a relationship with DEF CON? We already talked about that because I mean, we figured that had to be a reason why he hated Rock. I know Moochie talked about it too and said that he was acting like he was a jealous girlfriend. So we're just gonna leave that. That was because this to me was one of the biggest things. Like, if they could have left this alone with the club scene or the strip, wherever they were. They could have left that right there. We were not even, there was people asking about it and we were just like, no, I just think he's crazy and he's just weird, whatever. Then they came and hit us again with this scene. Then You had what Pernessa said. I mean, when Pernessa told Rock what Rock said, Rock was shocked.
Girl.
Yeah. And then you had Pops digging. She was digging, honey, because
to me that was a big clue with Rock. That's why she seemed like stay far away from him. We never saw them really interact until that whole ransom thing.
Mm-hmm.
We never saw them in anything together.
Yeah,
they didn't see each other. So it must be something when once she knew he was out, and it makes me go back to when Unique was telling Rock that he was going crazy after they left Dean's wake.
Mm-hmm.
So that right there, I think he didn't want to confirm it with her. He wouldn't have confirmed it with her anyway, but she knew why he was, like, the look on her face when he said he was on a rampage.
Mm-hmm.
It just, to me, it gave me a hint. And then the other time when they was talking about him not having,
not having a girl. But wait a minute, because I kind of was looking in the comments. I'm sorry. You said something about when Unique told her that he out here wilding like a bull in a china shop. What did that make you feel like?
It was just the look that she gave him, like she knows why he's the way he is because she's in charge. But she's not gonna confirm that with Unique because that's his brother. She knew, like, it seemed like she knew that she had to like be careful.
Mm-hmm. But what do you think that has to do with him possibly being, probably nothing. No relation.
No relation to that. It just made me think about it. That's when I started thinking about it then.
Oh, yeah. I thought you was going to go take it to where you were thinking that Rock knew he hates her because of DEF CON. That's why he was wilding out in the streets because she was in charge. That's why I thought you was going.
Yeah, that too. But that too, I was trying to get there, but I was taking too long. I felt like I was like, taking too long to get to the point.
Oh no, you was fine. Dale said, I think Ronnie was a fan favorite because he was set up by police. Okay. I never thought of that.
No, I feel like
I want to see who the other people is that's coming out that got set up, because I'm sure we're gonna see somebody else out of that group of 10 that was set up that's out now. And will they be coming after Rock?
Yeah, I think his violence and his opposition to Unique, that's what a lot of people took Ronnie's side, because I feel like they was hating on Unique a little bit.
I mean, like, what's up with that? You can't have a good looking brother on it. Like, what's going on with y'all? You mad at you?
So they rather have a crazy person,
somebody who act like he freaking from a horror film. Oh my gosh! But here, let's see where else. But yeah, that's just that's that with him. I mean, they just left it like, guys, we not even gonna answer the question. Y'all figure that out.
Yeah, maybe they'll address it next season. I don't know.
Maybe.
But it'll be pointless, right? But anyway.
Huh?
I feel like it'll be pointless, but I mean, we're not pointless, but the luster is kind of gone. Like he's not here. So it's like
after that, it'll be like, really. I would honestly only care so I could be like, I told y'all. That's it. Okay, so let's get to this next question. This is from Moochie. It said, did they catch any pictures at the church of Marvin when he deleted Sal Baselli? If so, will someone come forward with this information about a picture? Now, you guys know that Moochie has been theorizing about this for a while now, because there were people taking pictures, because this was at a christening. So it makes so much sense, but they left us on scene. Like you in a DM and you didn't answer my question. So what do you think, pretty girl, about this?
And I thought about this myself, because at the time of the picture, we saw the blicky and we saw Marvin's arm. So it just depends on how close or far they were, to Sal and his wife, to see if they captured Marvin's face, because there's, an extension there. So it's like, it depends. I mean, you may be able to see a brown arm, or a hand, but did they see everything? That's the thing. Because he had it kind of close to the head. Actually, he had it in the back of his head, right? I believe.
Yeah. That's
so,
all. They was getting ready to
the back of the side.
It was the back, because then he fell.
Huh? Yeah.
Remember, he fell down the stairs because the blowback went on his wife. All of that. That was
tumbling forward. Oh Lord.
Yeah. So I questioned this myself too on one of my recaps, because it was hard to say. It was, the timing is perfect and not perfect, but it goes to my theory that possibly, Sal is going to snitch on Marvin. I wouldn't be surprised if they did have one. But who else was there? Who took the picture too? Did the picture taker escape and went away? Because there was a couple mob guys. Was it a mob guy who took the picture, or was it somebody else? Like, I'm trying to remember who actually took the picture.
It looked like it was a photographer, right?
There's a photographer. He's probably scared to come forward.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So maybe they didn't get a hold of this information yet. So,
or maybe it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Because in the way, and I'm only saying this because I think it's a great question, but I'm only saying it because maybe it was a hit on another boss, and then the 5 families came together and, agreed on it. So they didn't really care. You know what I'm saying? Unless there's somebody that just wants to snitch on Marvin and throw him under the bus.
Well, then again, why it's not, why Tanner's not coming forth with that? Because I guess that happened in Jersey. And everything that's going on right now is in New York, even though they're connecting them. So maybe, I don't know. It's like somebody didn't talk to people at that thing, or maybe they not talking because they doing illegal stuff too.
Yeah.
They're like, we're gonna handle this ourselves.
Yeah, they could continue on and go and keep everything from last season and everything.
Yeah. I mean, I still feel Sal may eventually snitch, and this may help his case if they do find a photograph. But I don't know. That would be, I don't know. I just feel like they wouldn't be zeroing in. I think the shot would be close to the, Sal and his wife, not really showing too much of what's going around. But it's hard to say. But that is a good question.
And then on top of that, he had a hat on.
Yeah.
Right? But you never know. You know how they be doing with shows. You know how they be doing with shows. They gonna make it work. You know how they be doing a little zoom in.
Yeah.
Like, hold on, because they can have a long shot and then they try to zoom in. Like, look at that. Yeah. That looks like Marvin Thomas.
Were they doing street cameras at that time?
Nah, this is the 90s. Right? That didn't come out to like the late. I want to say, you remember the
early 2000s
crime cameras? Those didn't come out to like, I want to say not early. Yeah, like early 2000.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't think so.
I remember the little towers when they started to put them up in Brooklyn. I remember the little towers and stuff. Like, oh, they got cameras over there. All right, y'all. That's what I'm talking about. Let's hear before we get to our next question. Let's turn our attention to some people who had some more questions. Okay, so I have DeMarcus who says, "Hey, Miss K, how was Howard able to go to the meeting with snaps and pops with them knowing that he was law enforcement?" So, I mean, for me, I didn't really look at that as much because I thought they just kind of I mean, I get the question, but it was kind of like, I don't know, maybe it's because it's just I got law enforcement. I don't think that in this game, I don't think that people are always surprised if they're working with like a police officer, especially if they know they dirty sometimes. So I kind of just feel like it was just always a cop is here, a cop is here. If Snaps and Pop are OGs, they probably seen a bunch of dirty cops in their lifetime. So I that's why I didn't really think nothing of it. But hey, you want to weigh in, Moochie?
No.
Okay, go ahead, pretty girl. You got anything to say?
Yeah,
Or no?
I just took it as them knowing Howard was one of the ones, just
Right.
one of the accepted, ones that can be around these things. And I'm sure Howard overlooked a lot. He knew what Rock was doing. He knew what Unique was doing. He was trading information back and forth. So they already know, yeah, he's law enforcement, but he teeters. You know what I'm saying? So
yep.
They didn't expect anything out of Howard. They already knew what he's about. So I didn't think it was a big deal.
And wasn't he working with Unique too? So it's a possibility that Ronnie already knew that he was kind of dirty.
Mm-hmm.
Probably. No, not that. Not the last scene. We talking about with Snap and Pops when they went when Rock came there with him, and they were trying to find out what Ronnie wanted in the first place, why he abducted Kanan, and he was like, "Oh, I will not even confirm or deny," all of this stuff. Trying, you know what I mean? And then he didn't say anything until Detective Howard said, "I'm here to be friendly until you give me a reason not to." And that's when he decided to say what he wanted to say. So that's what DeMarcus is talking about. Why was he able to attend that meeting right there?
I feel like if Pops and Snap know everything, they know Howard dirty. As long as they've been around. Yeah. That's like a automatic, He's a dirty pop. He was working with, he was working with them for a minute.
Right.
He just took, he's taking out, he was probably working with people and taking out people's competition earlier. Because that's what it seemed like how Rock got put into place. That don't seem like that was his first rodeo.
Not at all. Not a first rodeo at all, honey. All right, I was trying to find a little picture for it, but it's okay. Now, I'm going to get to another question from somebody. Let me look. So since we're on Snap and Pop, Rita B says, will Snap and Pop come for Rock since Ronnie and Kanan owed them money? What you think, pretty girl?
I think they will, because Snap's his ego still rules. Not more so of the money, is more of the respect and just the ego situation. I think the money is the icing on the cake. But it's going to be a back and forth. But like I said, I don't feel like it's going to spew too much into season 4. They're going to be
right. That's right. Now, what you think, Moochie?
Like as far as them two, I feel like they're gonna go where the wind blows right now. But I don't trust. If something happens to Pop, she's gonna be right. She's gonna be right with Rock. She admired her. I feel like they might end up doing eventually some sort of business together, especially if we don't even know how this thing is gonna work out. Who Unique is gonna be when he come back? Is he gonna snatch the rug from under her where she got to start all over? We don't know. So it could go a lot of. I feel like those two, they might end up be working together. They're gonna go where the wind blow.
I like that idea. The only thing that has me pushing back is because Rock is probably thinking, I did that to Juliana. I gave her a chance, and look what she did to me. So I don't think Rock is going to be too trusting of another woman. But I do like that idea. But I'm just thinking about Rock's mindset and her whole dialogue about correcting mistakes and everything.
She'll take her out too.
Yeah, I think they're done deal, Snap and Pop. And I had made this reference before that they're kind of like little fingering. I know that you haven't seen Game of Thrones, Moochie, but he played both sides of the fence, kind of. And
I've seen Game of Thrones.
No, I know you did. I'm talking about pretty girl.
She met me.
He played both sides of the fence, and I feel like that's kind of what they didn't really play both sides of the fence, but it's more like they try to act like they're neutral when they're really not. Behind the scenes, they're really like over here, like you were supposed to take her out, and you ain't send when you want to do a job, you do it yourself. You know what I mean? Like they're behind that whole thing, but they're not letting it be known. But you want to act like you're so gangster, but you can't even tell this lady that you was behind the hit as well. You know what I mean? And I feel like what Moochie is saying, they're gonna go anywhere the wind blows right now. Because the thing is, they letting them go to war, and whoever comes out is the person that they're probably gonna, you know what I'm saying, gravitate towards.
Yeah.
Because they're gonna keep going with the money.
Yeah.
You don't want to mess up that 401k.
Exactly. Because even if they say, you know, we're Switzerland until we're not. So, you know, like they're playing a dirty game though.
They are.
Be careful.
They really need to be careful. And they're sitting here trying to act like, oh, we this and we that. Okay, we're gonna see.
So Kanan is just associate of an associate. Shut up. We know that he's not. You was over there partying with the little boy.
Exactly.
Tell him to get in the picture.
Yeah. Will you rather be fed or respected? Shut up. So that was the Snap and Pop. So let's see. Now we're gonna go to one of Pretty Girl's questions. Okay, I love this one. This is one of the things I was thinking about, because when it happened, I was like, "Ooh, what's gonna happen for the next episode?" Nothing. What was the aftermath of Scrappy's mom's deletion? Moochie, what you got? I'm sorry.
I think this might. I don't know. Remember, Lulu went in there and he was not himself. Mm-hmm. So, did he touch the doorknob? Did he leave anything there? You know, like he was there already the first time when he was sitting there. So it's like his fingerprints might show up, y'all. Then you got the whole thing with the liquor store. They might just bring him in on that, and then boom, they got him with this.
Oh God!
And then go back even further and circle back for Crown Camacho.
Mm-hmm. They just trying to catch every daggone body, I guess, you know.
Tanner at the point where he gonna throw anything to the wall and see what stick.
Mm-hmm. So what about you?
Yeah, this scene bothered me a few times. One, I'm like, why didn't y'all use the silencer? That was annoying because she has neighbors, and you know, you want to keep this on a hush hush. And then of course Marvin letting his drunk brother go in there and do it. But I feel like there could be a few factors involved that may tie Lulu up possibly. I really don't know if I see prison in Lulu's future, but there were two events that had me questioning Lulu's fate. One, when Lulu got Kanan's friend out of jail that got hemmed up. And then Lulu went to prison himself to, you know, he got into a little bar fight or whatever. So, you know, I felt the point of those was to possibly get Lulu's like fingerprints in the system or something. Like I thought we were going somewhere. But Howard obviously already knew because him and Rock had a conversation, and she started talking about Lulu needed to find him. And, you know, she mentioned Scrap's mom, and he was like, I don't want to know any more of that than I already know. So like, okay, it's clear they found her. They've investigated the situation, or they're in the midst of investigation. And then we also know Pang knew Howard spoke with her. But does anybody else know that Scrappy used to work with Rock? Like, we don't know how much they can tie into the Thomas organization because she was a CI. So I can imagine, you know, Pang knew a lot that he just didn't report because she was helping him out. So and that's my thing. Like, what is going to come of this? I hate when they have, you know, certain deletions and don't really follow up with it. Even though it seems insignificant, it could be significant. So I don't know.
It's insane. A woman is dead in her house, a CI, and Ping ain't said nothing? Your CI is dead and you ain't say anything. You haven't heard from her, nothing. The last person, like you said, that spoke with her is Detective Howard. And now Detective Howard's dead. So now they're going to probably bring all that up for next season. Here's my thing. I think that if they didn't answer some of these questions, they probably did that intentionally so they could bring it back for next season. Yeah. But it's just weird to me that you have somebody that gets, you know, deleted and then that was it, like in her own home, and then no one, we don't see them on the crime scene. We don't even at least hear a conversation about it. Exactly. Kind of weird to me.
And it's interesting, right? Because when we first saw Chantel talk to Payne, Howard was talking to Tanner. And so he told Tanner, oh, she just wanted that, you know, just want her parking tickets cleared or whatever. So Tanner, I'm sure he remembers that. And of course, if he digs, he's gonna see that, oh, her son was deleted. And it can really turn into something, but depending on the writing, it may not. So that's the only thing. We don't know what's gonna come of it, if anything.
Never know, baby. Never know. Moochie, do you want to weigh in?
I feel like he I did say something in the beginning. Did you? Yeah.
About the Scrappy deletion thing?
Mm-hmm. I said how what different ways it could probably lead back to Lulu.
Okay, yes, sorry.
It's okay.
My bad. All right now. Okay. So we have a question by J Mac. Thank you so much for this question, J Mac. He says that furnace was shown for a reason. So we thought. Right? Something will go wrong between Rock and Stefano. Will Rock put Stefano in there?
Wow, that would be ironic, wouldn't it?
Right. Isn't it ironic? Very, very ironic. Do you want to take it, pretty girl, or?
Yeah, like I kind of mentioned it, I think our Wild in Theory episode, I can see, Rock having to do something to Sal, because I feel like, I don't know what it is. And it's crazy because I really don't have too much evidence, but just my spidey senses say I can see him getting out of, because we already know he's being bugged. He's under some sort of investigation. So I can see him, singing a little bit to try to get out of a situation. And the outcome may, we may get some nice Italian dish out of that. Italian turn Cajun.
Little burn style. Italian style barbecue. What about you, Moochie?
I don't think he's not the only one that know about that furnace unique to. Who you think he gonna throw in there? We don't know how this person is coming back. And look, he might be ready to get his territory back. We don't know how he gonna react. He could go in there. She could use it for something if they got to get rid of something. Because that's how we said that might happen, where Rock would end up coming to him to use it. So yeah, I was wrong with that though. So I thought that was going to be the meeting place. Actually.
A lot of us thought, because it looked like it though.
So I thought Ronnie was going in the furnace, y'all.
Yeah, we wanted Ronnie barbecue.
Okay. They specify where that furnace is. Is it back at Stefano's house or in a random place? Like, I don't know.
Right. It seemed like it might be maybe somewhere random. I don't know. Not random, but a designated location.
It seemed like it was a warehouse or something.
Yeah.
Yep, like a warehouse they frequent, that they frequently put people in the daggone furnace. What happened?
Like, it's like, look. Or it could be with his fish thing. Maybe they be burning that stuff up. That stuff smells when they die. But it's not like he got a fish market. He has a store. So I don't think it's that. That's wrong.
Yeah. Somebody, I think somebody, they commented on J Mac's question and was saying, because 50 Cent's mom died in a fire, they feel like they're gonna make Rock be the one to go into the furnace. And I'm just like, I don't know. I don't feel like that's a story he would try to tell again, but you never know. I mean, to me, I feel like the fact that his mom is a hustler is probably the closest that he'll make this story go or relate to his life. I don't feel like he's going to have it mirror his life. You know what I mean? It's already not mirroring his life as far as look how old Kanan is. He's 16 years old. His mother wasn't around. 50 Cent's mother wasn't around when he was 16. You know what I'm saying? So I don't like that idea.
No, yeah, I get it.
Yeah. So, but they've been trying to kill Rock off.
Everybody, all the Thomas.
Huh?
Yeah, I know they're trying to off him.
They want them all gone. The brothers, the
everybody.
They don't want Kanan around. Yeah. And let me tell you something. If we didn't know what happened to Juke, they would want Juke gone too.
Yeah.
All they want to see is Kanan.
Yeah.
And I'm like, we saw him already. Like, why you so like hell bent on this guy like wilding out when we already saw the monster that he became?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I also think it's layered because they also think it's a package deal. Of course, Groner Kanan equals Tommy, Ghost, and Breeze. I think that's part of it too. They so in a hurry to watch the prequel of Ghost and Tommy and everybody. Like, this ain't about that, but we could debate all day. People still
I know. So let's move it along.
But yes,
move it along. So what else we got? We got the next question we have. I don't even know if I'm on. Somebody said, how do you kill Unique now? He's basically a cartoon character like Tommy. That was just for fun. Okay, so did Rock know? This is from Stacy Lynn. Did Rock know Unique was still alive? I think we kind of thought we thought that too, but I don't think so. And then we have who helped him after the beating. We know that Moochie has her theory, and a lot of people were thinking that it was, what's his name, Stefano, that he might have had somebody tailing him and things like that. I think you mentioned that, pretty girl, right? Did you mention the tailing?
I think Moochie did. Yeah.
Moochie, no, but there was somebody on my channel that no, you know what it was? It was shout out to, because before Moochie's, she said this, and I remember it was oh my gosh, what's her name? Her name is Tracy. Sorry, Tracy Lee. She said that she thinks that it was Stefano that helped him because she thought that since he invested in him, he had somebody following him. So, but that's that. So let's see what else. Let me see if we got one more before we get to the last question that from this panel. And it was, and she also said, was he involved in setting Ronnie up? I think the he is probably, I don't know.
I put that in my theory video. I said that he had to be involved with setting him up.
Yeah. I mean, that to me, honestly.
No, I was just saying he had the
that to me, that's obvious.
I said because who would have known? How would he know to show up there?
Yeah, that's obvious.
Me, he might have been in that house when Rock came to pick that money up. That's why I was saying that we might see a backstory on how he got there. I hope they don't I hope they don't leave this blank. This is a canvas that could be filled where you could show either he was following Ronnie and he saw how Ronnie was getting out of control, like I said in my everything that I said in my video. Yeah, so it's just it's possible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you didn't have to stop. Go shoot. You could have went on.
No,
but I
felt like I was rambling.
I was, I was here for it. But yeah, I think that's definitely. See, it's obvious that he was a part of the plan, but like you said, Moochie, what are the details of that plan? We want to know.
Yeah, so many moving parts because we have Kanan and we have Unique. Then we have it's so many different ways they can take this. I just hope and I trust them, hopefully to do the right thing with the reveal of how this whole Unique situation.
I hope they don't leave this blank. I hate when shows do that, like where we don't know what happened. Like, come on, you can't just not explain how this man showed up here at the end.
No, they
got to explain how we got here.
No, they have to address it. Like,
you have to explain how we got here. Even if they did it, remember how they did in Power Book 2 Ghost, where they showed Diana after everything that has happened. They showed her dropping that letter off to Tommy's mother. I want to get something like that. Even if we seen him, that picture that I had with him coming in the build, going in Kanan's building or coming out of Kanan's building, excuse me. That had to be where he told him about the thing. How would he know to do that kidnap thing?
Right.
He wouldn't. Rock didn't tell him that. You understand? So
Yeah. And before when that situation happened, remember I was saying that I think Rock is behind the kidnapping when we were doing like the trailer breakdown and stuff. But yeah, that was a total different. That was a little twist right there too. But who saw Unique getting deleted? And then we had this whole plan come into play, and then even after that, I thought that when the situation happened where Ronnie tried to put a hit out on Rock, I even thought that was them still. Stefano was getting behind her and saying, okay, we need to get him off the streets. You know what I'm saying? But hey, whatever. Let me see if there's one more question, and then we are going to do the last one. Oh, here we go. Is that awful? This is from Rita B again. Shout out to you, girl. Is that awful? Crystal pregnant? Is Kanan the father?
Yeah, I thought about that question too.
Is she really pregnant? Go ahead, pretty girl. Is Kanan the daddy?
Oh God, it's just like the fact that she came off rip just rubbing us the wrong way, and she, is back. She's a backstabber. We can't trust her. So it's like, how can we trust what she really says? The only thing is when you tell somebody you're pregnant, you either have to follow through with it and really be pregnant, or kind of lie and say, I lost the baby or something like that. But it seems like Kanan cut that off immediately because we saw her crying. So I don't know if it's we got to go to the clinic cry, or I don't know what you about to do, but I ain't ready cry. Like, I don't know what that cry was about, but we already know that's not Sean's mother. So something's going to happen to where Crystal's not really going to be a factor for too much longer.
Right. Okay. Unless we go with my theory where she actually goes somewhere and has the baby, and there's a freaking Kanan's child running around somewhere in this power universe. Okay, that they're gonna make pop up, child.
Book 14.
Kanan. Right. He can actually pop up in book 2 for all we know.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
That is true. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a different.
Right. They could do
what you do with my father's ashes.
Yeah.
I'm here to get that work. Ronnie low-key raised him too a little bit. So.
Oh my gosh. Yes. All right. So that was that. Very good. Very good. The last question that we have, I'm just going to make sure that I did everybody. Make sure I got everyone. Okay. So Rita B also asked, after the head injury, we did ask this as well. After the head injuries, will Unique's personality be different, and how so? And can I go first? I talked about this on one of my lives, or either in one of my lives or in a response to one of the comments where somebody was saying something, and I was just like, to be honest, I am prepared that he's not going to be the same, and I'm afraid that I'm not going to like him anymore. I don't think he's going to be the same Unique with the swag that we loved. And, he might definitely be on his villain again. I don't know. But I want, if he's going to be a villain, I want to like him. That's all I know. I want to like him. Give me a likable villain, please. Can we please have a likable villain? That's all I got to say. Okay. How you think is gonna change Moochie? Or if he's gonna change, do you think?
I mentioned this in my the top 10 moments video. He could come back either way. He could come back as a friend or foe. So, but people was like, he's gonna rock. If he's not in his right frame of mind, he might feel like Rock took his business over. If he is in his right frame of mind, he gonna understand that, if this was me, she knows I would have did the same thing, because that's what happened originally. So it could be that. It could be he could be really on some real gully stuff if he wants to manipulate Kanan to do the same and take out his own moms or something like that. It could be crazy. Like, you don't know how this is gonna go, because we haven't been filled in on how he came back. Who knows? Unique and him might already have a relationship that we ain't know about.
Right.
Excuse me.
What you got, pretty girl?
Yeah, I honestly don't know where they're gonna go with this Unique situation. I don't want to see him change, but I don't want to see him and Rock beefing again. We did that for a couple seasons already. It's kind of played out. I don't really want to see that. one thing for sure, Pernessa's going to be by her man. She's a ride or die. So she's going to be nursing Unique back to health. Okay. And I don't know. I really don't know where they're going to take this. He, like I said, we can flip a coin on how he's going to turn out. But honestly, just from that one scene we did see, of course, the last scene, I don't know, just something about that scene just made me feel like he's in his right mind. Like, I don't know, I feel like enough time has passed to where he knows exactly what the heck is going on.
Oh, he knows
what transpired.
Yeah, he know. And the way he's standing over his body, he knows. He remembers what happened. Mm-hmm. I doubt if he have amnesia. You can't have amnesia and be a part of this plan. You know what I'm saying? But however, the fact that he did get, hit, the blunt trauma and all that, it could have affected a few brain cells, and maybe he might be a little crazy, a little on edge. What if his, the funny thing is, I was thinking earlier, what if his trust is really kind of goes down, and he really has trust issues with people? Like, he was literally like, his brother tried to delete him. So what if he just has a really hard time with trusting people, or maybe he has a little bit of a paranoia type of thing, I don't know. Yeah. There might be, there's definitely going to be a weakness, I think, in him.
Yeah, I could see a lot of paranoia too, with him. So yeah. I don't know. I mean, I'm happy he's back. Is he back? Is our Unique back? It's probably going to be another Unique.
Yeah, definitely.
People are, of course, theorizing he's somebody else, but I don't want to talk about that.
We're not gonna talk about it. To be like that, a moonlight a bit. That's why I ain't even bothered to bring it up.
I know. I'm like,
we've been entertaining that sucker, and I don't be entertaining it.
I know.
He's the only reason why, and I will not tonight. I will not.
He gets a day off.
Yeah. Can we just talk about the fact that Unique is going to be a different person named Unique?
Exactly.
My gosh. So we're going to get to this last question. And before we get to this last question, a matter of fact, we're going to get to the question. This is from PG. Another question that I had when this episode took place. Okay. Did the Fed/PD find Juliana's body? Yeah. Because once again, we have a deletion that nobody is talking about. No. I mean, I feel like with this one, it's like, I'm not surprised, because when this situation happened, I brought the question up during one of my lives, and I said, you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if no one says anything. I think it was when it pertained to Scrappy's mom. I wouldn't be surprised if nobody said nothing, because they didn't investigate Neek's, M, or Dean's. They just let that, it's almost like they were setting the tone for the deletions to come. You have these heavy hitters getting taken out, and nobody was investigating it. So these little itty bitty spiders, they're not gonna worry about it. So I wasn't surprised, but I still think this is huge neglect. So go ahead and you want to talk about it, pretty girl? You want to?
Yeah, I can. I guess let's be clear. I am happy. I give 0 F's about Juliana. I am happy. I did a 2-step. I crip walk. I did all the things. Harlem shook. I did everything I could when when my back and my knees allowed me to do that night. Okay, let's be clear. But I'm just curious if this is going to resurface and come up everything. We know Rock left her in her house. Honestly, I feel like nobody of really true importance is going to be looking for Juliana, but of course, it's going to start smelling soon up in that house. So I'm questioning, did her cousin, pick up the slack and, dispose of her body? And once we find out she is gone, is she going to come up in the investigation, because she was a witness to the whole Unique and Howard situation? She was in the bodega. I can't quite, I can refresh my memory, but I can't remember. I believe Tanner or one of the police or the feds said that they was told that Rock stole Ronnie's connects. I can't remember who had that conversation, but I do feel like the feds.
Rock stole Ronnie's connect. You said somebody was talking about that with Tanner?
I can't remember that conversation. Who said it, but somebody was told Rock and Ronnie was beefing because. Oh no, I'm probably thinking about Marvin telling Rock about. Okay, never mind.
Yeah,
I'm probably thinking about what Marvin was telling. Sorry, you guys, but I just do feel like it could be another quote unquote situation where she's wrapped up in this situation because now we have Ronnie, and they're probably going to dig into Ronnie and who he was dealing with, and Juliana. So I'm just curious if something's going to come of it. Like you said, is another body that we haven't really, talked about in terms of the aftermath and the investigation.
Yeah, it's just giving me very irking vibes.
I feel like Rock cleans up after herself. I don't think this is gonna come back. I don't think we're gonna see anything about this.
So you think Marvin or somebody went?
Yeah, somebody circled back, or remember she had to get the okay from Joaquin. So,
but
even
I hear you. But if that's the case, no, I want you to go after this. But if that's the case, then we could say the same for Scrap's mom. Right? It didn't seem they drove right off. That's the hit from Rock said that he had to clean
that one was noisy. You heard the pow. Rock went there professional with a silencer, so they not going. You understand? So,
I get it. I just feel like
I could be wrong. I could be. I'm not I could be wrong. I could be right.
No, it makes sense what you're saying, but I'm just talking about the whole. The context of everything. If that's the case and she's behind both hits, why not treat them both equally? If you're about not stuff getting back out and everything, I don't know. That's just I just kind of feel like a lot of stuff was just we just need answers. Sorry, go ahead, pretty girl.
No, and I was just thinking further, if we start going back into the original Kanan and Howard story, and see her statement on file, and then we go to the bodega, it's closed. Where the owner at? Where is she at? She missing. She owns a business, so that's going to be noticeable as well. Not saying I really care about the story, but I'm just curious, as to why they didn't close this situation.
Exactly. I'm curious too, baby. I totally understand. But it does make sense that Rock would clean up the mess or have it cleaned up, or like you said, since the cousin okayed it, that he would even have it cleaned up. You know what I'm saying? Because he don't want nobody sniffing around him. Like, this is your cousin. But then it's kind of like, okay, then what about Scrap's mom too? She's a whole CI. You cannot let that lady just be found dead somewhere. But then again, it could just, how the feds and the cops, we know they don't care. If a CI turned up missing, they just be like, oh, well, they must have found out she was snitching.
That was my other thought. If they didn't.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. That could be another way somebody, we can be excluded in terms of the Thomas family with the CI because she probably had intel on a bunch of different people. So
yeah. We don't know who else she was telling from on, because remember they got busted at that card game. So she probably was spilling the beans with everybody. Anybody could have took her out.
Yeah, because that was the deal.
And the only thing was like what you said is if they connect, Scrappy working with Rock. Detective Howard ain't here, knew all of that. And he kept that hidden. Remember when he got arrested, he kicked everything back. So
and then Lulu didn't have any gloves on, right? So
I don't think so. That's what I'm saying. He was in that house twice. He ain't had no gloves on. The first time he was chilling like, you visiting somebody, so you touching everything. I ain't no more.
Now look, no gloves. No gloves at all.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, bro. How you not gonna have no gloves on?
No gloves.
He was drunk.
And his brother wasn't. And he should have said, listen, man, you need gloves.
But this is Marvin with them.
And then you
He's
sending
still,
him
you know,
in there with
he redeemed himself, but he's still his, you know. Look at the Baselli hit. I'm not saying like, you know, he did a lot of improvement, but he still got a ways to go.
Yeah. But we gotta hold her accountable because you was in the precinct talking about what he told you, and you gonna let him in the next night, girl. What we do?
Right. That's kind of quizzy.
It was Lou Thomas.
That's kind of quizzy. Okay, Ronnie's fingerprints were all over the tailor shop. Right, and nobody cared. I'm sure his fingerprints was all over not just the tailor shop, the freaking the weapon, the thing that he used, the pipe or whatever, the steel pipe. Hello. Yeah. And did they care? No, they didn't. But that's it, guys. That was our questions for, season 3. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for being here. Please keep your notification bells turned on for, Pretty Girl and Moochie. Do you want to share that something's coming up on your channel? I'll start with you, Mooch.
Okay, well, right now I'm getting ready to talk. We're getting ready to go to Club Eden. That's why I got my little club top on, y'all. So we're going to Club Eden to talk about the finale over there. So that's at 9:15, which is a couple of minutes. So come on and join us on my channel. Thank you.
Yes. Yeah. Pretty Girl, what's happening?
Well, I did my refresher recap of BMF season 2. I did episodes 6 through 10 this morning. Wednesday at 8:15, I'm doing a little preseason discussion on BMF season 3. And then we have the Pretty Thorough podcast with Brillo and I on Thursdays at 8.
Hey. All right. Keep that notification bell turned on when it comes to your girl. On Tuesday, me and Moochie are back with Breaking Bad. Season 1, episode 7, the season finale. Can't wait. It's getting crazy.
It's so good.
Yes. All right. And we got some other things coming further down, in the week. Just stay tuned. Keep the notification bell turned on. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you to Monica M. Thank you for being here. Jay Smith, AG, Big Wolf Status, Dexter, Cumberbatch, everybody that was here. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And hit that notification bell so you know when I upload more videos like this one. Until next time, take care and be blessed. Bye-bye.